For Drudat Games back finally this evening now with Horizon Forbidden West. Let me just work on tweeting this out while it's loading. Oh, fuck. Once the YouTube page fucking loads on my computer, that is. There we go, Jesus Christ. Alright. Now let's get back to things we gotta do here. Yeah. Yeah, crud. Yeah, we're gonna go mess around with that. The fuck, camera? Jesus Christ.
Dan.
Savior Meridian, come on over here.
Yeah, I'll be there in a minute, dude. Just let me take a quick drink of this.
Same place.
Savior Meridian, come on over here.
You wanted to speak to me?
Well, you know better than anyone it's a dangerous world out there, and not just against machines. Name's Odor. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the Savior of Meridian, Champion of the East, or the Enduring, Master of the West.
Who?
The Enduring, a legendary Tenakth fighter, the Master of Masters. I've heard the Tenakth have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? And only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So, to find the Endurance, look for these training pits if I'm ever out that way?
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tenakth are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tenakth don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offer challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would I be fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
I might be.
That's what I like to hear.
I've practiced enough.
Still got some training to complete, though. Until next time.
Alright. I really don't care about that. Yeah, all that I can really do is, in fact, the embassy stuff, so.
Almost ready to go?
Should use shock ammo.
There we go. Hey, Chunk. Sounds good. Have fun lurking.
Sir?
Where's Erend? Looks like he's had a few.
Your impatience does not hasten the Tanakh, Nora.
Only our annoyance.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Laurel. Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the devil himself! The gate is sealed until that horn blows!
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
Gates.
Oh, that's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, nose off! You stupid bastard! You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the Savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let her through, boys. Saving the world.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl,
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time. So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
More lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called Savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am Unyielding Fashav, once of the Karja High Command, last of the Army of the Setting Sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tanakh, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
How did you come to be among the Tanakh?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
I guess we have time.
Very well. I launched at Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tenakth into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate. I was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hekarro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
So when you met the Tenakth chief, you did something desperate.
Now, I kept my ears open as the Tenakth dragged me along, and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when they flung me at Hekarro's feet, I demanded this rite, called the Kulrut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom. The other Tenakth howled, but Hekarro stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kulrut. Little did I know what I was in for.
You said the Kulrut is a Tenakth's trial by combat.
Yes, but it is no ordinary trial. It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest survive. Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hoped for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
You wound up serving the Tenakth chief.
The winners of the Kulrut must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hekarro's roving lawgivers, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tenakth still spat on the ground when I walked by. But they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue of the Tenakth. To survive, one must master it. The truth is, though, the Carja speak it too. More than they should. I can't blame the Tenakth for hating them.
So then, are you still Carja?
Part of me, yes. Always. But there is much to admire about the Tenakth. Especially their chief. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hekarro and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace. And now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Carja.
The Carja talk about Hekarro as if he's a monster.
The Carja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive. But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants the best for his people. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you'd interest him. So, that's my story. You're the first Easterner to hear it, but not the last. The Carja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tenakth is a lot different than how they do. Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tenakth and the Carja, I'm in a unique position to advocate for both. If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tenakth don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Hekarro knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tenakth lands. A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hekarro knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner!
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tenakth can stomach the idea of parley with the Carja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No. The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
The Carja have opened the gates.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tenakth!
Regalla. Chief Hekarro's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Carja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hekarro has betrayed us! The embassy is proof! And all of you marshals are his accomplices! For this, I condemn you to death!
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
Well, there's more going on here than meets the eye, then.
Lancers! Form up!
riding machines.
Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Fashav, come with us now, or not at all.
Archer! Light them up!
Get to cover!
Archers! Keep them back! Left flank! To the Karja! Run them down!
They're not gonna make it.
Open the gates! Open the gates! Open the gates! Karja! Stand your ground! Fire at will! I don't
What
have
did
a
Will
shot.
do to you guys?
What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair!
Lancers! Take the center!
Get ready!
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge! Here they come! Vengeance for Fasha!
Here's ammo.
You've got no mount! Shock attack! Taking my shot!
For the sacred land!
Right! Check if they're okay! For Regala!
God damn it.
Beyond the hunt. I've got this.
Let's get back, now! One more traitor dead! Go! Here it comes!
They're finished.
One more traitor dead!
Ammo for you.
Man down! Oh! They're injured!
you and me now, Bo.
We've survived worse.
Shooter! Go! Go!
God damn it.
Firing now! They need help! I'll get her from range!
I'm out.
God damn it.
Enough! You, Outlanders! I'll skin you both!
Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
Granted.
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it. I can break through his shield if I damage it enough. Gotta get through that shield. Oh. Break his guard.
This will be
Now it looks like he's in his underpants.
Now's my chance. Come down here and face me!
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today. Mark this day. Today you have decimated the Marshals, slaughtered the Karja. So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out.
Coward.
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
He got kicked in the knee.
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
I got you.
It's salvage time, boys.
Don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regalla to attack.
And the entire Carja delegation was slain. Nozar, Vuadis, Fashav, a massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tenakth territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tenakth's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tenakth territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously
Hey, Joshy.
Regalla ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Carja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
Fashav called Regalla a rival. Someone that Tenakth chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Fashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tenakth weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
About Fashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tenakth. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
There was more he wanted to do. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Carja and Tenakth.
Too late for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
You said the Tenakth lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then New Utaru farmlands. Past that are the Tenakth. Their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The Desert clan is closest. Ooh, vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond
45 degrees.
is the tribe's capital
Interesting.
and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard the stories.
It's kind of
During
warm
the Red
for
Rains, the Carja army
February
tried to
here
push into
in
Tenakth
Minnesota.
territory. But the United Clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tenakth really know what's beyond the desert.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tenakth further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tenakth. More taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own. When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
If they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before.
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple of other parties of Oseram delvers. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Oseram crew. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tenakth used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tenakth agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Oseram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regalla and her rebel army have moved in.
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
It's too bad about Nazar and Wadis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the citizens, well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regalla? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tenakth.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
I'd need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return. And don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched up.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
No, that's fine.
We got 5 to work with, alright. Attend the embassy, yeah, for what good it did. Alright, we still are working on this part. The bristlebacks are now unlocked. Let's get to this one here.
So, this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier.
That store is now a thing. Need to be level 10, we're at level 11, so we can do that soon too.
Spire should lead to silence.
We can do that soon too.
And just maybe backup of Gaia. There won't be easy out there. The blight, the storms, Regalla's machine riders. That I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would. I'll stash this away for later. The woman who led the ambush, Regalla, had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge. Silence. But what's his angle? Why help to knock the rebels? It's taking over the land out here, too. This must be the salvagers I met in Barren Light. Looks like something's going on.
Buckets of scrap.
Campfire here.
Karuf, come on! You know me.
Yeah, right
Have I ever
here.
given you anything less than perfection?
What's up?
If it isn't the savior of Meridian, and of my very own operation. Laren, say hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You know, if it weren't for this one, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. Nasty business. What the Tenakth did back at the embassy. But everyone in Barren Light is thankful you drove them off.
So this is your salvage operation?
You won't find a better place to trade machine parts in the West. And soon we'll be trading in more than just that. For too long, the West has been, well, forbidden. Dangerous. But what if I told you we could make an armor so tough, so infallible, that you'd never have to worry about survival out here again?
I'd be curious to take a look at it.
Of course you would. And that's why I've asked my most talented salvagers to find what they need to make that armor. Each of them will present their work to me. The best protection will go on sale to hunters, just like you.
Lucky me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to back in Chainscrape. Larend can take care of you while I'm gone. Can't wait to see what you come up with, my boy.
Leave it to me. It'll blow all the others out of the forge.
You have got to help me.
What are you talking about?
The armor. I made a dozen versions of it. But none of them were good enough. And there are other crews further west. If they make better armor than mine, I can kiss that keg full of shards goodbye.
So you get a prize if Karif picks your armor?
A big one. And I finally have the perfect design. I just need the right parts. And fast. So maybe you'd be willing to pick up a contract and get them for me?
What would I be looking for?
Shell walker containers. Their plating's made to withstand a lot of damage. It'll make the perfect armor. I know it.
I think I can handle that.
Ah, thank the forge. All right. We scouted out a herd near here. Here's the contract. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You take the machines down. My people will pick up the containers.
I'll give this a closer look later. Thanks.
I'm counting on you, Aloy.
I might want to read that contract before going on the hunt. Some kind of outpost. With pens. It might be where Regala's keeping her machines. I need to find a way to get in there. I can scan the area to see what I'm up against. And tag any rebels or machines in my focus to keep track of them. could use shock ammo against that machine. Okay. I'm in. I have to clear out this place before I can look around.
Yep.
Whoa! You're mine!
Covering fire! Let's find that outlander. On me. I'll stop you!
Pens, not that many machines. Where'd they all go? Better check in that cave. Get this from my stash when I need it. Pouch is full, but my pack has room. A drawbridge. Might be my way across. A wheel. control the bridge. I should take a look.
No, this way. God damn it.
Bristleback. It looks like it fell into a tunnel. So the rebels were keeping bristlebacks here. The machines fell into the tunnel, which must have collapsed as they ran further in. What if Ulvin's explosives created the sinkhole? I should head back to Chainscrape to let Javad know. Pack's full, but my stash has room. I might want to read that contract before going on the hunt.
Up this way. Get over the rocks, Aloy. There we go.
we used to get. Drop hammer. That was a good brew.
Welcome back, Chunk. Let's see here. Oops, wrong button. Wrong button again, but oh well, at least I'm not sneaking. There we go.
It's about to get loud.
Oh, good. Stupid bastards. Go the fuck away, asshole. Goddamn fucker. Asshole.
So, you've returned from the west. Any luck?
The Bristlebacks were being penned by Tenakth rebels on the other side of the mountains. Ulven's explosives opened up a sinkhole, dropping them into the tunnels.
Which they followed to the mine and out into the Daunt.
Right. Aside from the rebels, if anyone is to blame for the Bristlebacks, it's Ulven.
Radiant beams of the sun. And all this time, he was pointing the finger at us. Bring Ulvent here. Petra, too.
Summoned like a blasted ale winch. You best be meaning to put pen to parchment. What? Why is she here?
I live here too, lugnut. So what's this about?
Thanks to the Savior, the sun has shown the truth on the Bristleback incursion. Tanakh rebels were keeping pens of machines on the other side of the mountains. A sinkhole swallowed them, releasing them into the underground tunnels that led east and out into the Daunt.
So it was an accident. But let us not forget that it was the Karja—
I'm not done. The sinkhole only formed due to your unauthorized blasting in the southern mine, Ulvent. You are responsible for the machine rampage, the workers we lost, the destruction the Bristlebacks caused. All of it.
My dear magistrate, has your precious son baked your senses? I would never give such an order without first consulting you.
Evidence says otherwise. Aloy found the shipping manifest in the mine. You skirted the laws of the Sundom, Ulvent. All for a few extra shards.
And you almost drowned your other miners. And sent that oversized tool over there to intimidate a bunch of refugees.
I demand an official investigation. I won't be the victim of some Karja scheme.
Certainly. We'll conduct
The only
a thorough
scheme here was yours,
investigation.
dude.
The Bristlebacks, the mine, the refugees. Every business deal you ever put your name to.
Well, that's not necessary, is it? What if I just return to the claim?
Well, that would save the crown the cost.
Of course. I'll be on my way as soon as I wrap up some previous commitments, tie up some loose ends. After all, the welfare of Chainscrape's people in a transition like
Nope,
this...
you're leaving right now. Chainscrape will be just fine.
You think she can run this scorched-out forged dump? Ha! Knock yourself out.
Get out!
Oh, don't want you, don't need you. Sergeant Ray!
Get off me!
Mud looks good on you, Ulvend.
As the sun burns away shadow. Thank you for that, Aloy.
Well, he had it coming.
Here, please accept this token of gratitude. You've done the Sundom, and my sanity, a great service. And I believe we have some matters to discuss.
Guess we do. Not the most pleasant boots to fill, but I'll wear them. All thanks to you, Flamehair.
Okay. Chainscrape will be better off with Petra in charge.
Alright, so. Strong arm hunter bow. Interesting. I'll look into that later. We'll upgrade that in just a bit. Hey, Red Hood. Yeah, she just called Aloy a flamer, effectively. What's this? At first I thought there was someone taking a bath there.
Even the savior of Meridian needs a challenge.
So what's new, Aloy Machine Hunter?
How are the refugees doing?
They keep to themselves mostly, but they have food and shelter. Some even found work around town. Good thinking, giving them that Stormbird heart.
I'm glad it helped. I hope they can get back on their feet.
I'll keep checking up on them.
Then they'll be just fine. I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back, but realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barrenland.
Yeah,
Figured
the bath is taking a bath.
And thanks to your handiwork,
but I thought somebody was in the tub taking a bath, not the
Guess you found the right place.
bath
Guess I
getting
did.
a bath. Yeah.
Has Tolland been giving the refugees any trouble?
Nah. His shop got closed down not long after Ulvin got the boot. So, he cleared out of town. Took his goons with him, too. Good riddance, I say.
The concession decree Ulvin wanted, what was it exactly? And how would it have helped him?
Big old pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would have put all Ostrom claims in the dump
Pig
under
diddle.
Ostrom law, even though they're on Karja
Oh,
land.
dear.
It would have meant that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Karja. No more risk, no more hesitation.
That brings
for
up a
investors
joke
back in the
of
claim to
diddling
pour in the
pigs.
shards and expand their business. And since
In-
Ulvin had a stake
in my
in all
head.
those claims, it would have made him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would have become an Ostrom municipality, so he could have bought enough votes to call himself an Elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Almost got away with it, too.
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
That's her term of endurance for Aloy then. Flamehair. Well, oh well, he's not cleaning it from the inside now. Never mind.
Yeah, you! What?
Okay.
Drinks later?
We got some skill points we can spend here.
not happy to see me?
Oh good, here we go again. Bastard. Fucker. That's nice.
Be welcome,
Well, that's a comforting thing to fucking learn. There are moments, even if you're not in combat, where you're not allowed to use a fucking campfire to save the goddamn game. Okay. Then my question is, why do this method to save the game in the first place if you... whatever.
Time to fight.
Come out from behind the rock, you pussy.
The end for you.
There we go. My night is going well, even though I'm effectively starting my day here, because I slept a lot longer than I was thinking I would. Which means after I get done streaming this, I'm gonna eat and contemplate by that time, depending on what time it is, seeing if I still want to try to go live on Twitch or not. And if I do go live on Twitch tonight, then it's going to be the female character from Skyrim at that point. Ashlyn Sunfire.
He's about as much use as a glass animal. Been a while. Don't tell your mom you saw me.
Almost ready to go?
Well, hey, I can use your insights later on.
Didn't expect to transfer here.
I thought I would enjoy seeing the majesty of the West.
Oh good, we got robots up here. Lovely. Okay, good, we got past them. I'm gonna save it here. We're gonna go do this one quest here, and then I think I'll call it there. So we're gonna try to get this one done here.
I might want to read that contract before going on the hunt.
Alright. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. The following contract is bestowed by that name, Unlimited Salvagers. Hereby engages the recipient hunter to provide the following services. The hunter will eliminate at least one shell walker from the designated machine convoy to provide the salvagers access to shell walker crate. Any other salvage can be gathered as payment for services rendered. a composite trap, and traps have been provided at the marked passage, which is regularly visited by the convoy. The hunter understands that accepting the contract involves inherent risks, including physical and/or physical injury, pain, suffering, disfigurement, temporary or permanent paralysis, and/or death. But please don't die. I really need those parts learned. So to get this straight, there's an inherent risk of a physical and/or psychological injury, pain, suffering, dismemberment, temporary or permanent paralysis, and/or death. Well, what are we waiting for? So, it sounds like Dark Souls to me. Pain, suffering, dismemberment, death, and a lot of it. But of all else, psychological torture.
The old ones.
That about sums up any Souls game, I think.
To buy Zero Dawn time. Tenakth rebels. They're trying to corner those Oseram.
Which one's which? Okay. Sounds good.
If it isn't the hero of the day. Sure, I'm glad you came by when you did.
Are you all Delvers?
We've been working No Man's Land for a while. I was hoping to get back to Barren Light by the time they opened the gates, you know? After that embassy of theirs. Seeing as how we almost got minced to pieces just now, I'm guessing things didn't go so well.
You could say that.
It's not like No Man's Land was safe to begin with. But I didn't think I'd have to worry about the Tenakth in neutral territory. And now, they're riding machines.
If you were headed back to Barren Light, why did you stop here?
We ran across some ruins nearby. Thought we'd take a gander, find some good salvage. But the place is full of weird red crystals. Can't get through the stuff. So we ended up making camp here. First thing tomorrow, though, we head straight to Barren Light. Should probably send a message to our crew down at Jagged Deep about all this, too.
Jagged Deep?
It's a dig site by this big lake down south. Old world scrap everywhere. Can't miss it. And that's my cue. Here. Thanks for helping us out. Maybe I'll get into more trouble and see you around.
Well, let's hope not. An old world ruin. I wonder what's inside. Looks like this door is locked. Maybe there's another way in.
Well, that's going to be interesting for our future stream here. Well, let's quickly save it here so we don't have to go too far. And go check out our quest here. Those things are a pain in the ass in the first game. Looks like we got another campfire nearby over here. The landscape is now reminding me of the desert southwest here. We got even more camps on the compass here.
Pretty sure that's the passage Laren's contract mentioned. I should make sure I have my facts straight. Give the contract a quick read. Shellwalkers use this passage regularly, and Laren wants their plating. I just need to wait them out at his camp. Might be a good idea to place some traps on the road first. Catch the convoy by surprise.
Yeah.
I should rest up. Wait for the convoy.
Okay, how do I place them again then? Okay. I just put it down. Stop it with the camera, god damn it, game. Did that one disappear? Okay, evidently it disappeared.
Send this to my stash. Convoy. It's here.
Okay. Great. Where is it? Okay, I should have gone up further then.
There's only one Shellwalker with him.
Go towards the other one, dude. Go take your turn.
I should salvage what I can and leave the plating for Laren's crew. Plenty of salvage for me.
That thing looks horrifying. I'll look at you in a minute. Excuse me, Mr. or Mrs. Fox.
Huntress! You're back!
I took down that Shellwalker for you.
Fonda, Rendor, we got a pickup. Per our contract, here's your payment. This will definitely help me make some great armor.
But?
Well, I realized that armor made out of Shellwalker plating's good, but with just a few minor additions, it could be so much better. If you'd be willing to take on a few more contracts. What do you say?
What else do you need for your armor?
Alarm antennas? Strong? Supple? I could use them to make my armor more flexible? We picked out a herd of scroungers already.
I'll, read through the contract. See what I can do.
Best of luck!
Tell me more about these contracts of yours.
I was thinking, Scrapper Jaws are powerful. I could use them to strengthen my armor. Crew spotted a pack of them not far from here, primed for salvage.
I guess I can give the contract a look.
Fantastic.
I should get going.
I'll be waiting for that salvage.
Yes, I know.
Just the right parts.
Alright, so I will leave it here, guys. Let me get something to eat. And by the time I get done eating, we'll see what time it is. If it's already 20 to 10. If it's even 11:30, I will probably make an attempt to do a stream over on Twitch with Skyrim tonight. And we'll go from there. So, with that in mind, thank you, Joshy. Thank you, Red Hood. And everyone that has been here, like Chunk the Punk as well. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this after the fact, thank you for doing so. I appreciate you just as much as anyone who's been here live, because a view is a view on YouTube. On Twitch, it's more meaningful if you're there live with the person. But as it is, expect me, if I'm not live by at the latest midnight, then it's not going to happen tonight. So with that in mind, guys, if I don't see you in a little while over on Twitch, I'll see you guys tomorrow on Twitch. Either way, so with that in mind, have a good night, and I will see you hopefully soon. And with all of that said, welcome to the Rebellion, fuck Naughty Dog, fuck CD Projekt Red, and I will see you guys later. Good night, guys.